Hello Swanlings and welcome to my channel. I am so excited to have you here. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a really long time and I finally got all my equipment. So let's get started. Today we're going to be doing a self-publishing Q&A. I asked my readers on Instagram and Facebook what they would like to know about self-publishing. I can only speak for myself and what I've experienced with self-publishing, but I hope that anything I say today could be helpful for you on your journey. So Marie asked, were there any doubts when you first started? And yes, there was nothing but doubt. I did not think anyone was going to buy my books, and here we are 12 novels later, and I am just so thankful for the opportunity that you guys have given me. It's okay to doubt yourself, but it's also okay to believe in yourself too. It might just take a little time. Veronica asked, what are your tips for getting started? This sounds easier said than done, but simply just write, finish your book. Don't even worry about marketing and editing and book covers or anything until you get that book done. And you can go from there. The Bookish Girl Reviews ask, what's the best thing about self-publishing? And my answer to that is being in control of my book. So from formatting to the cover to who I choose as my editor, it's all my decision. As with a traditional publisher, you don't really have that much say-so on what goes on in your book, from what I understand. Phoebe asked, what's been the most challenging part of self-publishing? And my answer to that is investing in something that I didn't know if it was gonna pan out or not, but I would do it again and again any day because it is investing in yourself, and that is very important. Caitlin asked, what are the steps of getting your book out there, even from scribbling the first words? So I'll explain, and this might take a minute, so just bear with me. So when I start thinking of a book idea, I'll start writing notes in my phone about the idea and different scenes that could happen. I'll take a big poster board and I'll write 1 through 20, each equaling a chapter, and I'll write a scene for each chapter and then just go from there and start my writing process on my computer. And a lot of the time, like if I'm out, I'll like get a scene in my head and I'll just pop into my phone and write it and then transfer it over to the computer when I get home. So once I finish writing my book, what I do is read it again, edit it again. I'll add some things, take some things out. And then once I feel comfortable after like the third or fourth reread, I'll send it over to my editor. While my editor has the book, that's when I like to do my book covers. So I'll either make one myself, or I'll hire a cover artist, or I'll get a pre-made from Etsy. I like to do this on this step because if I do it before, I can't focus on writing. Once I get the book back from the editor, I'll accept or reject the changes, and then I'll be sending it over to my beta readers. And then while my beta readers have it, I'll listen to their feedback and I will typeset it for the ARC readers. And then once I send it back from the ARC, get it back from the ARC readers, that's when I publish. Autumn asked, when it comes to self-publishing, what is the best advice I can give, the pros and the cons? So I really love, as a pro, being in control of my work, choosing my editor, my editing style, my book cover, my formatting, etc. The cons for me are marketing. I don't have background in marketing, so that has been challenging, but social media has been a huge help. It's a hard process either way. It is very hard to be traditionally published, but if that is your goal, send out those letters, send your manuscript out there. No matter if you get 400 rejections, just keep going. Jessica asked, how do I promote my books? I found the best way is through social media, Instagram specifically, and I love having my Facebook group. It is so nice to be able to engage with readers in that setting. She also asked how to pull people to her author page. I say giveaways help a lot to get people into your group. You could start on Instagram saying, I have a signed copy giveaway, and then you can bring them over to your group as one of the entry points. Kathy asked, how do you connect with other independent artists? So I join a bunch of Facebook groups, and you'll naturally meet people as you go. You'll find your editor, and the editor will know someone, and then you'll just have this beautiful group of people surrounding you, helping you with your publishing journey. VR Rose asked, how do you find an editor without breaking the bank? So there is an editor for everyone. When I first started looking for an editor, I sent my manuscript to probably 40 different editors for a sample edit. Always get a sample edit. That way you know if that editor is the right person for you. And through 12 books and a few changes in editors. I found my perfect editor. I'm going to be linking her below in the description. So if you want to check her out, she's really awesome and she always helps me to keep my voice in the book. If you join author groups on Facebook, you'll also be able to find a lot of editors. There will be one for you that works within your budget. The Bookish Girls ask if I got an offer to be traditionally published, would I take it? The answer is yes, depending on, you know, stipulations and everything, but I would love to be traditionally published. It would be an honor. I had 2 offers for Aiden. If you know about Aiden and Amelia, I started writing them on Wattpad and the rough drafts are still there. And their offer was for me to take the rough drafts down off of Wattpad and I didn't want to do that. So that's why I never traditionally published those 2 books, but any of my other ones, I would be happy to do so. Kristen asked, how much does it cost to self-publish? So, it's free to self-publish through the platforms I went through, which is Amazon KDP and Barnes & Noble Press. I can't really speak for other ones, but I would like to put out there, if a publisher ever comes to you asking you for money, that is a vanity publisher and you should probably stay away from them. Where you're gonna come into cost are editing, formatting, mock-ups, covers, things like that. So if you have any experience in graphic design, that's really awesome because then you can make your own graphics, you can make your own book cover, and that's some ways to cut cost. Selena asked, how do you choose your book covers? So as I was saying before, when my editor has my book, that's when I start looking at covers. And I don't know why I'm this way, but if I see a pre-made book cover and I buy it, I won't be able to write the book. It's like, it's a problem. I can't do it. So I like to do it when the book is finished or right before. And sometimes I'll make my own cover and sometimes I'll hire someone or I'll buy it pre-made off Etsy. I will put some of my covers that I've made here and then some that I've gotten from other artists as well. Kristen asked, are there any areas you try to save money or would you splurge on an editor? So an editor for me is the same as a wedding photographer. That was my big budget item at my wedding, was a wedding photographer. I am the same way with publishing. I would rather spend a lot of money on an editor than, say, formatting, right? So I format my own books using something called Vellum. And it is a super awesome software that is a really easy way for you to get your book into ebook and paperback format. They offer a lot of different styles and it's just all around a really great software for self-published authors. An editor to me is a must-have. Editors have editors and you want your book to be the best it can possibly be. So I always say that the best advice I can give is to hire an editor. Melody asked, how do you manage marketing and writing? So this is a really tough one. It is a 24/7 job basically, because you are your social media manager, you are your personal assistant, unless you have one, you are the designer and you are the writer, and it's a lot, but it's manageable. I've learned that I don't have to be doing constant social media posts in order to reach out to my readers. Sometimes it feels like, oh, they could forget you, but when you're going through something, it's okay to take a step back and just take a breather and give yourself a little time. You don't want to become overwhelmed with marketing so much so that you quit writing, because all that matters is that at the end of the day, you're doing what you love and you write. Editing Swan here. Marie asked if there was a good affordable editor that I could recommend. I'm going to link her below in the description, as well as my book cover designer from Etsy. That's super awesome. Both of them are really great women to work with, and yeah, I'll link them below. Other helpful advice I have is if you do have a little bit of experience with graphic design or Photoshop, there's a site called Cover Vault, and they offer PDF, PSD mock-ups, smart mock-ups that you just transfer an image onto, and that's how I make my graphics. It's completely free, but he does offer like a bundle. I never got it because it has like so many that I wouldn't need, but I always like to utilize his free ones. And if you'd like to see a video on Cover Vault or on Vellum, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make one for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so happy that I have a YouTube channel and I can't wait to make more videos with you guys. Bye.